Welcome back, everybody. The sun has set over our quaint little village of queer misfits, but the night is very much alive. We pan over the harbor where the last ferry left an hour ago, and the day trippers are gone, but now things are really getting started with the beachfront disco. Rosie's is the little bar there that is serving drinks. Loretta is on her skates, swooping in and out through the boardwalk around the crowd as they dance and laugh under the sparkling lights of a disco ball. But we pan away from them now. We pan across the beach, over, away, around a rock formation of sandstone to an outcropping where the music fades, and it's just the thrumming bass, this four-on-the-floor heartbeat that is muffled by the crash of waves on the shore. And we see our team of heroes in dire straits. Ocean, you are next to this rock formation, and you have been chasing Wolfsbane, hurling magical bolts of binding at them. And, well, Dima, you are inside an army surplus bag in Wolfsbane's magically paralyzed grip. But on the other side of that sandstone outcrop, we see Tauli, alone, with nothing but the darkness and the ocean, and the melted form of Sandy Perez at their feet. Sandy's brilliant teeth still bared in a smile, even as the rest of them has withered around it. And in front of you, Tauli, is a creature that bends the mind to perceive. It is not enough to say it is darkness, because you have not experienced darkness like this before. Darkness that you have met has been a passive thing. It has been the absence of stuff. But this is an active darkness, a cloying, pulling darkness. And you feel something within you seem to answer as those ichor tears arise in your eyes once more. And you hear that churning of the ocean deafening, a creaking sound of the ocean floor, like a house settling at night, but it is seismic in scale. And this thing looks at you, and it has no eyes, it has no face you can discern, just like the cowl of a cobra outstretched from its figure, but it looks at you. And you see that darkness. You are feeling something well up inside you, a strong, visceral, emotional reaction that is fighting against this warrior's instinct that you have pulled on. And it's not fear as much as it is a heavy, heavy sadness that is trying to sort of percolate up inside you. My question for you is, what is something that Tauli avoids thinking of because it brings them to a place of sadness? Hi, welcome back, everybody.
Heaven. Okay.
What if you had one image in your mind, just one symbolic synecdoche to anchor that thought, what would it be?
A peach tree. A beautiful golden peach tree with peaches dangling from the branches like heavy orbs of light. Peaches they were never allowed to taste or touch, of course. They were reserved for higher ranking celestials, higher ranking angels and warriors. But this peach tree didn't just represent the gardens of paradise, it represented paradise itself. A delectable prize only a few could ever hope to taste, while the others simply stood beyond the fence that encircled it, wondering if it would ever be their turn. Tauli, of course, was only ever on one side of the fence.
You see it as this cowl seems to encompass your vision, stretching outwards, pulling at the edges of your mind. You have this singular image of the peach tree, and you can smell it. You can smell the soil and the fragrant fruit, and you think of this home, and it hurts. It hurts. And then something startles you back, and you kind of have this jolt back to reality. And you see, as your sort of vision comes back, that this thing in front of you has what looks almost like an arrow through its front, pointing at you. And you can hear something over the sound of the waves. Someone is shouting at you, but it's hard to decipher. You need to take an action. What would you like to do?
I reach toward the arrow.
Okay. You are going to do an action roll to try and grab this arrow without this thing grabbing you. Okay?
Okay.
You are a sleuth. Are you injured or scared in a way that inhibits what you're doing?
I was definitely scared when this shadow first blotted itself into existence and began flaring outward like a cobra. But then something about seeing the tree weirdly both unsettles and anchors Taoli. It's like when someone is looking death in the face and they start to see all their memories flash in front of their eyes, and a strange sense of peace comes across them. So I actually don't think they are scared in a way that will inhibit this action.
Perfect. You get a second die. I will say you have a relevant background for this, as your background is a warrior. And then you're gaining help from an NPC.
Yes.
You
okay,
have
excellent.
4 dice. You are going to have to roll on 4 tables.
Can I pitch 2 additional skills?
Okay, I'm listening. I'm open to negotiation. What are they?
I have tough and strength. Would they fit here? Those are 2 separate skills that I have. Would that make sense or no?
I already... Tough and strength. Okay, you know what? Yes. Yes,
Okay,
you can have both.
Oh god, okay, that is a 66. Let's go. 4 tables.
No.
Okay. My highest was a 5. I have a 5, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 1, 5, 2 2s, 3 1s.
No,
So-
pack it up. That's nasty.
Cut the cameras.
Cut the camera. Lexi, this is your fault.
It was Anne's birthday.
That's true.
I didn't think we were actually gonna roll bad. Oh no.
Before recording, by the way, Lexi was like, "Oh, we should, as a gift, we'll do low rolls. We'll only do low rolls." It's a birthday gift for her.
Happy birthday to me.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay.
How would you like to assign those dice?
Yes. This is gonna contradict good practice. I'm gonna put the 5 in additional clues. So
Okay.
I want to learn something extra, something new about the situation I wouldn't have otherwise, and I'm gonna put my 2s. I'm gonna put my 2s in goal, injured, and scared.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. You reach towards this arrow, and as you do, another tendril of darkness extends towards you, and it wraps around your arm, following the pattern of the tattoo that has shown on your forearm, and it continues to wrap around you, and you feel it tug on you, not on your body, but on something else. The same way when you hit Sandy Perez, you did not hit their body, you hit something else, and it pulls on that same thing in you. And one thing to you becomes very clear. This thing is hungry. And you are not the food per se, but you are the vessel that carries its meal. And it feels like it is taking its tendrils and wrapping around that memory of yours, of that resolved sadness you felt outside the fence. And then before you can really understand what's happening, it's gone. And a little bit of your despair has been taken from you. And with it, a little bit of you has been taken from you. The memory is there, but it is a hollow thing now, like a film you might have seen or a picture. It is not this emotional intensity. It is not this point of pain, but simply a thing that you know occurred. And with that thing, with that satiation, this thing grows in front of you, and you are very, very knowledgeable in the moment that you have so much more sadness to give it. As another tendril extends and reaches for you, you suffer one injury, you suffer a scare, and you do not reach the arrow.
I sure don't.
We are going to cut right away from there to the other side of the rock formation. Ocean, you have sort of held Wolfsbane there. You know that Dima is injured and in danger, in mortal peril, actually, in that bag. But you hear a sound from the other side of that rock formation, a sort of a mixture of a thrumming noise and just a little gulp from Towley that you haven't heard. And then you hear a shouting sound. You hear clear as a bell what is being shouted at Towley from the other side of the rock. Over and over, you hear a resonant voice say, "Think of something joyful. Think of your happiness. Bring your happiness. God damn it, Towley!" And that's what you hear.
Oh no. Wolfsbane is being bound by my magic,
Wolfsbane is
right?
like, huh! Mid-stride.
Dima, we gotta help Tally, and I will...
How am I supposed to help Tally? I'm in a bag. I'm in a bag. I would love to help Tally. I love the kid, but I'm in a bag.
Can I possibly... What is something that I can do? I would like to rip the bag open. Just try to rip the bag.
Actually, you know,
this is an army
you also
surplus
don't
bag.
have to. I could. I just remember.
You could? Okay, yes. If you have a way to do that, because I would like to run back to Tally.
Yeah, no, I'll take care of my own goddamn self.
I helped you. You're still in the bag. Remember that, okay? Not for long.
No, I don't understand how I'm being helped when I'm still in the bag.
The bag is stationary. This is an actual argument we're having.
We do have a psychic link, so actually we might be arguing. I'm making that decision. We are arguing over psychic link. And specifically, I will say, when you hear me communicating with my psychic link, no accent.
Yep.
Absolutely no accent.
Ex-wife, no accent. I'm piecing it together. It's all coming together.
You're not piecing together shit, dog.
Exactly. Another conversation we're having. Yeah, I think if my magic is settling into place and Dima is able to, like, I get the sense that Dima has the capability to break free of this bag, I'm gonna look back where I hear those shrieks, and I think I'll wait like a couple more seconds to see what Dima can do.
Okay, so I have a word of power and I have a raven skill that I think I could use.
Okay, so you can do an action roll. And I just, or I think you have to choose. Okay, because I'm looking at it.
Right.
Action
That's why I brought
rolls
up
use your
both.
skill, and then your magic roll uses your word of power. But I guess magic could be the another relevant skill in this context.
Okay, cool.
Okay, if you want to do an action roll. Okay,
Yes,
so what are you
please.
trying to do?
So I want to use one of my raven skills, which is pecking. And then I also have the word of power break. So I'm trying to like break out of the bag and using those two skills. I'm literally just like going, as the humans would say, tooth and nail with this thing. Magic and beak.
I did clarify, like, this is an army surplus bag, so this is like thick canvas. This is not going to be easy. Like, this is literally designed to withstand like a knife slash. So, but you have magic powers, so you're a sleuth. You are definitely injured. My bad. You have a relevant background. You have a relevant skill. You have a second relevant skill. You are not getting help from nobody.
No.
What? I'm just watching.
You literally abandoned me, dog.
I cast the spell. So
Okay, you know what?
Stationary.
That's true. The fact that you're stationary, I'll give you
Wolfsbane
another.
literally can't. If he was holding, or if they were like holding the bag tightly, then I guess they might remain. But also, if at all their grip was loose, then being paralyzed is not tightening their grip. So I just assumed.
Oh, they were clutching.
Dang it!
You understand that Wolfsbane has been trying to steal this bird for like years. Like, this is all Wolfsbane thinks about, is stealing this bird.
Get a hobby, Wolfsbane. Get a hobby.
He does have a hobby. Unfortunately, it's sorcery.
It's sorcery
Wait,
and
second.
stealing
Actually,
a
one
bird.
second. Let me double check these pronouns before I start talking shit. Thank you so much. They do have a hobby. Their hobby is being a very bad sorcerer. Maybe they should find a new passion in life, because clearly this is not working out for them.
This avenue is done.
We love respecting pronouns while we just dunk on people.
Yes, absolutely. Silly way to do it.
If I'm gonna disrespect you, I'm gonna do it on the higher level, okay? I'm not gonna misgender you. That's lowbrow shit, okay?
That's lowbrow shit. It's fucking funny. Okay.
What am I, a right-wing conservative? Like,
okay, you have 5 dice. I'm trying to see if there's any way you get a clue from this. I don't think so, because you're literally in a bag.
yeah, I'm in a bag.
I actually think you only have 2 tables. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Goal and injury.
That is so fair. Also, I'm trying to make as little noise as possible as I take out one of God's loudest warriors dice. I need 5.
God Warrior D6.
Yeah. This is pretty good odds.
Yeah. Well, you know, Anne, I love to make you happy. I love to celebrate your birthday.
All ones. 5 ones. Let's go. Happy birthday.
Okay, not bad. We're gonna go. It's a okay action. As long as we're a 4 above on an action roll, it works, right? Or am I making that up?
6 is to achieve your goal on goal. At a 4, you make progress.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna do my 1 6 in my goal. I'm gonna take one of my 3 5s, and I'm gonna put it in my injury table.
Nice. Amazing. What does it look like when you just like emerge from this bag?
Yeah. So I think I was like pecking at it desperately this entire time, just like trying to make some progress, desperately trying to just make a move, a dent, anything. And then as I'm getting closer to the edge, actually probably not closer to the edge. I don't think I actually got that deep into an army surplus bag, just some other way. That's when I decide to cast Break, and it just like erupts. I literally think it's like on a molecular level, there is an explosion happening on each fiber of this bag. So it just bursts and utterly like falls apart, utterly breaks. It's completely unusable now. Even if you tried to sew it back together, there's just too many pieces, you couldn't. And so it just absolutely bursts at every possible seam, and I break free and I fly away as quickly as I possibly can.
Okay. Which direction are you flying?
I'm gonna fly towards Ocean because it sounds like we are on our way to go help Towley. So we're moving that way.
Amazing. I just want to remind you that you have suffered 2 injuries. If you suffer another, you know.
Yeah.
I know you're a raven, but that might be a murder. Okay.
Bad.
I'm sorry.
Yes. We're cheering. I'm in the crowd. I'm stomping my feet. I'm clapping my hands.
Okay. So, Ocean and Dima now. I'm going to say this happens like instantaneously. It's just this like confetti of canvas fibers, and they fall to the ground and they look like maggots as they hit the earth. And and you, Dima is just like still propelled by that magic, that like propulsion is like right up in your business, Ocean. I'm going to say that I'm going to just say, okay, Dima and Ocean, you've back together and you're going towards Towley. So there's kind of like these, have you seen those? They have them in like New Brunswick, these sandstone, they like these huge formations that are caused by erosion because sandstone erodes so quickly. So because it's low tide right now, these giant, that often underwater formations are exposed, and that's why you have the tide pools. So it's like these boulders isn't the right word because it's almost like walls. And you are able to get around this on your roller skates. How you're roller skating over tide pools, that's magic, baby.
Magic.
To see the scene with Towley on the other side. You see this thing now. And you see Towley standing almost slack-jawed as these little wisps of darkness like smoke wrap around them. And you see behind the creature is Latasha Waters, the fisherman. Latasha has been working on a small fishing vessel for as long as you've been here, Ocean. She is tall with close cropped hair. She is wearing a sort of like a salt-stained linen shirt that is rolled up over bold forearms, and waxed canvas trousers that are for being on a fishing vessel. She is tall and strong. You can tell that this is a woman who works very, very hard. She does not come to the shore very often. She does not come to the disco, and she definitely doesn't rescue people. But she is here now, and she has a harpoon gun and just shot it into this thing. And she is trying to pull on it. And she is shouting at Towley. She is saying, think of something joyful. Just think of something good. I don't know why they don't like it. Just, God damn it, Towley.
If I see that, I think that, oh no, I will just yell out to Towley. I'll just say, we're here. You're not alone anymore. Okay, we've got Dima and I. We're getting along. Okay, we're here. We're your friends. You have to come back. You have to shake whatever this is. We have to go home. We have to fix our stupid broken house. It's apparently Dima's, and this can't be it. Okay, this can't be it. Come back.
Are you going to go right up to Towley? That will put you in very close proximity with this creature. You'll be putting yourself in danger.
Yeah.
Dima as well?
Yes, I will.
Oh no!
Actually,
you have injuries!
Actually, you know what? No, you're right. I'm gonna stay within eyesight though, because I think my intention is if things start going rough, I am going to play like defense. So I'm close enough that I needed to. I could use a word of power, but not close enough. I feel like you don't need to be up in somebody's space. Does that make sense?
Towley, from your perspective, it is though you're underwater once more. You can hear the muffled sounds in the distance, like a whale call being carried over the waves, but it's not piercing the fog. You are in this abyssal state, enshrouded in this darkness, while this thing coaxes the sadness from you. And you hear these vague sounds, but all you feel is it trying to pry more tragedy from your mind. Ocean, you kind of see as like Towley kind of tries to like jolt to acknowledge you, but like it's not clicking. That's not enough.
Oh no. We're gonna use magic. No. I'm going to... There's a harpoon gun already through this thing.
So, the kind of... I didn't expect to need battle maps for this game.
Sorry.
But here we are. No, it's fine. Okay, so here, this is my book of horticulture. Okay, so here's the evil creature, okay? Here's Towley.
Yeah.
Down there. It's kind of like right on it. You're like right behind them, okay? Latasha is up here. Behind you all has a harpoon gun which has stabbed through it from behind. So where you were here, you could see the whole scene. Now you're kind of closer here. So you're like not quite touching Towley yet. You've just been shouting at them, trying to get through to them. But yeah, you're now in close proximity.
Okay. I'm going to try to run up to Towley, push them, like just kind of push them so they're not just like not within eyesight, or maybe just like move them out of the way, maybe even like ripping them from their stance, as if that would jolt them free of whatever's got them trapped in a trance.
Okay. You run towards them and Latasha sees you, and says, tell them about something that makes them happy.
Fruity drinks, can't roller skate, but likes watching people roller skate. I actually really think you'd be great at longboarding, but I haven't saved up enough to get you a longboard yet. You really liked, there was this movie that we watched, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was romance, but you acted like you'd never seen, I don't know, anyone hold hands before, and oh no, this is so secret! I say out loud to everyone in the middle of an Eldritch horror. I'm like, this is so secret! And you asked what it was like to hold hands with someone, and I held out my hand and I acted like it was not a big deal, and then you held my hand, and then I held your hand, and we watched the movie, and I don't remember the name of the movie because I was so scrambled that night, but you said that you liked the movie, and I keep trying to find what the name of the movie is, but I still don't know it, and I know you liked it, but I don't know, ambiguous movie title, I don't know. I'm just yelling at Towley.
This is going to be an action roll, okay?
Screaming.
4 tables. Okay.
Oh no.
You're a sleuth.
Yeah.
You unfortunately are injured or scared, I believe.
I am injured.
Okay. Is your background relevant?
I don't think so, sadly.
Okay. Do you have a skill that's relevant?
A skill, I could make an argument for illustration, but I'm not going to.
Illustration.
I feel like, so I was a liberal arts major for illustration, so I feel like my descriptions and like the actual way that I would use words, like I think that I would actually describe the movie and go through like what the scenes were and the specific scenes that Towley liked, because they would have stuck with me. The way like someone goes to the museum and you talk to them and they can just like recite a painting from memory, and you just sit there like, what the hell?
Aww.
Like that level memory.
I'll allow that. Yeah,
okay, cool.
I love
yes.
that. I think that you describe like a frame that like in my mind, Towley wanted to pause the movie on one shot that they thought was cool, and that's like the frame that you can describe to them.
Yeah.
Okay. You are receiving help from an NPC.
Nice.
And you are protecting a housemate. 4 dice, 4 tables.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna break this birthday curse. It's gonna be me.
What curse?
There is no curse. I almost just flipped off the camera. I got 2 5s and 2 4s. Okay.
Oh shit.
So what tables am I looking at?
Goal, injury, scared, and another clue.
Cool. Well, I'll put one of my 4s in injured. I'll put another 4 in clues, because getting a 5 in that doesn't matter. And then I'll put 5 in goal and 5 in scared.
Okay.
So I just won't.
So
it'll take me longer, I guess.
It takes you a minute, or you incur an injury. Okay.
I would be perfectly all right sacrificing time for getting scared. If I am standing over Towley's body, like yelling these things, and I'm being as descriptive as possible, but somehow my eyes are connecting with the thing that's in front of me, and it's like overtaking me and causing me to be afraid. Perfectly okay with that.
Okay. I think that's what happens. Actually, if you'll allow me, yes. You start saying these things, and you know, you're remembering all these fond memories, and the thing doesn't even seem to acknowledge you at first. It doesn't even seem to notice that you're there. And then the fear seeps in through the cracks, and you feel that same bubbling sensation. It starts to tug on a bit of sadness within you. And there's this moment when you're describing the film, and the same scene that you were describing that made you happy, there's like this tinge of sadness to it. There's this like a bitter nostalgia almost. And then you extend your hand almost unconsciously to Towley. And the contact brings you back to that memory, into that moment of joy. And you are both brought to your senses. Towley, it was like that memory wasn't just being recited to you, but almost projected into your mind. And you are right back on the couch watching this first romance film, seeing people hold hands for the first time and holding hands yourself. And then you are back on the scene, and you are on this place in the typos, and Latasha is still screaming at you. Think of something happy. Be joyful.
Oh, A Star is Born. But it had a really sad ending. But I did like the parts where they were singing and with each other.
Yeah. That was the name of it.
Oh my god, what is that thing? And Tony stumbles back in their senses. They flinch back. They look at the arrow. They see that it came from the harpoon gun from Latasha. Latasha, Hello? Hi, that thing is dangerous. We should leave very quickly and or destroy it expediently.
And Latasha looks at you and says, hey, don't worry.
Hi.
Just be happy about it. Okay, you just got to hold on to that happiness and we're going to walk away slowly. All right?
Happiness?
Yeah. The Star is Born. Tell me about A Star is Born. Tell me about the singing.
There's a song in it. It's quite catchy. I'm not much of a singer myself, and I worry you might get copyright struck if I attempted to do it, but...
Dima, start singing now. We need it. Just cawing.
Just cawing at the top of my throat. Top of my lungs.
Yes.
That makes Tali laugh. Actually, they giggle, they chuckle for the first time after feeling that cold sadness subsume their entire body, that hard, dark shadow wrapping around their forearm. Not their forearm, something deeper than their forearm. Their soul? Something within them, intrinsic to them, that this thing was trying to siphon parts out of? They stumble backward, buoyed by their friends now, and Latasha with the frickin' harpoon gun. They look at this shadow and they laugh, and when Dima is cawing, does the shadow respond at all?
The shadow doesn't. And this is your clue. The shadow is trying to reach back for Towley, and the second Towley laughs, it seems to pull back and move around as though in confusion. And you realize it can't see you. Latasha keeps prompting you, trying to sing along with your song as you back away and then around the corner until you cannot see it. And then she kind of tries to like reset her harpoon gun. She goes, this isn't a weapon for, we gotta run now, okay?
Okay.
Can we get on your boat?
Yes. Archie's got a dock nearby.
Okay.
I'll meet you there. Thank you, Latasha. I will thank you more earnestly in person when we're not fleeing from some sort of eldritch beast that feasts on sorrow.
Don't wait too long. Those things, they don't rest.
Okay. We'll meet you there. And Tali turns and faces Ocean and Dima again as they're hurrying away from this tide pool. They see Dima. Are your feathers all messed up from explosions?
No, I think I just broke the bag. Y'all, there was explosions on the fibers. It wasn't like a blast. Just the whole thing burst wide open.
Tali picks some fibers out of your feathers.
Thank you, I appreciate
like
it.
Like little cotton spurs or something.
Mm-hmm.
Dima.
I instantly go and the best, like I prop myself onto your shoulder and I'm just like rubbing up against you. Just so happy that you're okay.
Yeah, I think as we're heading to the dock where Latasha's boat is parked is a funny word for a boat. But anyway, I just realized
docked. Docked, there we go.
The dock where the boat is docked. Wonderful. Tully turns to face Ocean. Ocean, thank you for bringing me back to my senses. I don't know what I would have done if you weren't there. I think maybe it would have eaten all of my sadness until there was no sadness left to eat and I was left like Sandy. Poor Sandy. I think I killed her, maybe?
Well, I mean, if you think that thing ate all of their sadness, then I don't know. Did you do it?
I have a feeling, and I would honestly say that the sadness is just the beginning of it. You know? You start with the sadness, you eat all of that, you get the rest of the person too. So I don't think you really need to worry too much.
I feel bad just leaving Sandy in that cove. I made a promise to myself and any stars that were eavesdropping that after I left heaven... I haven't exactly been forthright with the two of you. I'm not from here.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Yep, we did know that.
I mean, not from the island. I'm not even from the mainland.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not from Earth. I'm not from this Earth.
Kid, there's a whole reason why I like you.
I would have guessed not from this Earth, but like, elaborate, please.
I'm from a heaven. I assume there's more than just the one that I'm from. I would be rather sad if there weren't. But I was from a heaven, a paradise. I was what some might call an angel of sorts. But not the kind that was sweet and in charge of making people fall in love, though I was quite interested in that. No, I was the kind of angel that killed evil things.
Okay.
Would it be fair to say that like I've heard of such a thing? I mean, obviously I know about other planes, but or other worlds.
I think that's up to you. I think you would know of other like other realities.
Yes, other realities.
I think we can assume that they're essentially infinite.
Yeah,
so whether you've heard of the specific one is very unlikely, but maybe in broad strokes, who knows? That's up to you.
Yeah. Dima doesn't seem that bothered by this.
Ocean is staring, like looking and being like, so the angelic glow was literal. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Kills
you say that out
things.
loud?
Oh no, I think this is like inner monologue, just like staring at you.
Oh,
and,
so
like,
I'm
blinking.
hearing it.
Right, yeah, you're hearing it.
Dima's like,
I'm like, that's why he's so hot. What? Angel kills evil things? Am I evil? And then I go through a whole
you're an evil
cycle.
pain in my ass.
Fuck!
But I don't think...
Get out of my head! Dang bird!
What? Do you say that last part out loud?
I do, out loud, yes. Dang bird.
Oh, I'm not the bird. Dima's the bird.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only here, though. Only part-time.
So how did you get here?
Well, I may or may not have run away from my responsibilities because I wasn't really feeling happy in heaven, because I didn't have any friends, because everyone was so... I think the colloquial term here has a stick up their butt.
Yeah, it'll happen in a lot of heavens. I've heard about that too.
There was this tree, this beautiful, I suppose, objectively speaking, golden tree with these delicious peaches in it that only the highest ranking angels and the gods themselves could eat. And I spent decades, centuries, thousands of years perhaps, or maybe just a few days, trying my hardest to become one of those angels that could be chosen to eat the peaches. But no matter how hard I tried, no matter the sacrifices I made, no matter how many people I killed, it wasn't enough. And I just felt so empty. So I left. And I came here, and I learned how to disco, and I learned how to rollerblade, kind of. And I made a promise to myself when I came here that I wouldn't kill again. But I worry I did with Sandy, because I broke her ankles pretty bad.
Most of the time in my experience, you don't really kill a person by breaking their ankles. Now, granted, you never know.
I have in the past.
Hey, there you go. But my point is Tali, I don't think you need to worry that much about this situation. And I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to tell you that whatever Sandy's got going on is not a good situation. And wouldn't you feel a lot worse if Sandy got to all of her friends in town?
That's true. I wonder if we can't help her, though. I feel bad leaving her back there. I don't think we can go back. I think she would kill us all. Or whatever thing is using her body as a vessel to eat what was left of her. Whatever it is, it would kill us all. We have to do something about it so we can go back and, at the very least, lay her to rest.
I agree. I think that's a good thing to do.
Do you think that we gotta get back to them after this? It's important. But I think right now I'm worried about like that feeling that thing had, the power that thing had. And could you hear? When could you hear me speaking to you? Because I talked for a while.
Until the very end. I didn't hear
That's not
anything
good.
until you reached out and I thought of A Star is Born. It was like I was back in the ocean again. Remember that vision I got when I touched the amulet that had the picture on it? It was Hungary. That's what it was. It was Hungary at the bottom of the ocean. I could feel the ocean floor moving and creaking. Whatever it is, it lives out there. And Towley looks at the waves, which are getting darker and darker as the sun continues to set.
Down the ways a bit where you look, you can see that Latasha is at her boat and she was like at the dock and she's like untying it to prepare for you. And the ocean is black in the night. There is a bright moon that sort of reflects along the top of the waves, highlighting them just a bit. And the lighthouse is on. So it's got this strobing, rotating light. And it's then you notice something a bit strange. You've seen the lighthouse many times, and every night the light goes on to protect any vessels that might be passing by from the small sort of rock formation just offshore. But the light on the lighthouse is it's almost an orange, like it's an amber color, instead of the sort of brighter, clear light. It is a very warm light this evening. And you see the sort of, it just through the darkness as, the strobe passes over, you see Latasha look up at you and wave you down towards the boat.
Okay. Obviously we're heading towards the boat, but I think that the only defense we can have, if that happens to any of us, we might have to keep the happy things close. If that makes sense.
Happy thoughts.
In case we can't hear each other.
Okay. I suppose I can keep thinking about the time we held hands after we watched A Star is Born. Or maybe I can think of the time right before now when we were walking down the boardwalk and the sun lit up and made it look like you had a halo.
We gotta get you kids out in the world. You can't keep rehashing the same two memories.
We
After
do
this,
need
we're
more
gonna
memories.
take you out on a date.
Yeah, we do need that.
A date? Which date?
Oh, wow. So when two people like each other,
I like April 19th.
Personal favorite.
Yeah. Just keep
Cuties.
walking. I'm not explaining shit.
Perfect.
Really
So good.
wonderful.
Give Tally nothing. Okay.
Yeah.
And you see as you get down to the boat that so Archie Visser is the other fisherman. He is a little bit older than Latasha, but definitely the second in command. He's like a big burly dude with a large full beard, and he's arguing with Latasha. And she's like, Archie, you get on that fucking boat right now or I'll feed you to the fish. And Archie's like, I'd follow you anywhere, but I'm not going on that fucking boat tonight. And they're just like, and Latasha's having none of it. That's what you walk into.
Hello, Latasha. Hello, Archie. Are you arguing?
Yeah, we are.
Archie, darling, what's happening? And I land on top of Archie's head. Talk to Dima. What's going on, hun? Why are you so upset?
Dima, there are things out there. There are things out there. They're not right.
Well,
I know.
I mean,
listen, I've seen some shit. I've seen whales. I've seen some strange things. I've seen vortexes where they shouldn't be. I've seen that sometimes the islands aren't where I left them, but I go out on that ship anyway. But something's out there, and I'm not going out there tonight.
what kind of stuff are you seeing, Archie? You think I'm not going to believe you?
No, it's not what I'm seeing. I don't know how to say it, but it's what I'm not seeing.
So what you hearing?
It's what I'm not hearing. It's like the stars are quiet, and I didn't know they ever made sound.
Archie, is it like being underwater?
No.
It's just a lack of nothing, or a lack of everything.
The ocean is alive, and this isn't life. I'm not going on that boat.
But Tasha, can you tell it what would Archie normally do? Is it anything we can help you with?
I can do it myself. I don't need him. And Latasha is going to go and Archie is a huge dude, okay? Latasha grabs him by the head like this and is like eye to eye. And he's like, Archie, if I'm leaving you on the mainland tonight, you're going to the disco. You're going to the disco and you are dancing and you're gonna have a good time. And you're gonna kiss a stranger, okay?
Yeah, we gotta do it.
Otherwise, dragging you with us. And Archie looks very confused, but he's like, I mean, okay. And she's like, I'm not fucking joking. If I find out you didn't kiss a stranger, I will kill you. He's like, oh, okay. All right. And he starts to kind of back away, and then he looks back towards the three of you, and it's like, just stay safe, okay?
Have fun, you handsome guy.
We'll try to stay safe. I fear we might be swimming out into the heart of the beast.
We're not swimming. We're taking a boat. Get on. not swimming. We're taking a boat. Get on.
Yay! And Tully steps into the boat and sits. They look uneasily over the edge at the black water lapping up against the side of the vessel, but they quickly tear their eyes away and stare up at Latasha, who feels like a very stable anchor amidst this chaos.
I guess now's probably the time that I will actually switch from my roller skates, which I my little draw bag. I take it out. There's only 2 things: a right and a left shoe. Very bright fluorescent kicks that are in my bag. And I switch, and I'm like, this feels unnatural. I don't really like this. I feel shorter. I hate that. Anyways, and I take 1 step onto the boat.
And I guess, Dima, you can just fly?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I roost on the boat, can I try to heal myself?
You will need to take some downtime.
Oh, that's fair.
In order to heal. But here, I'll give you this. Latasha says, we're gonna go to the lighthouse. I have a friend there who might be able to help us. I don't know if you've met her, Cynthia. She knows things.
I mean, I've been here for a while. Do I know this person?
You might have met the lighthouse keeper.
Yeah.
It's possible. The lighthouse keeper never comes to the island. You would have to go to the lighthouse.
I wonder maybe if I didn't, but my last companion might have.
It is possible that actually, Taoli, I don't think you've met Cynthia per se, but you have had people tell you that you remind them of Cynthia sometimes.
Like Taoli goes, "Oh, my twinsy."
Wow.
I would love to meet Sin. Latasha, what exactly has been happening? You seem to know a lot more than everyone else.
And with that, she unmoors and the boat takes off through the water. She says, I know a bit. A month or so back, I was out on the water at night and I saw some people gathering at the tide pools, and I don't know, I saw it was some locals, didn't really think too much of it, and then after, I don't know how to say this, next time I saw some of those people, they were different, strange, and the next time I went by at midnight, the tide pools, it was like the whole place had been blotted out of existence, like there was an ink smear right over what I should be able to see. And so I got curious. I started going around earlier, and I saw Sandy. Sandy joined that group, and Sandy changed. But that was the first time I saw that thing. That was that, they can't, whatever those things are, they're not from here, they're not like us, they don't use our senses, and so it's like they need to wear our skin to move in our world. And that thing that wore Sandy's face, you knocked it right on out of that costume. I don't know how you did that.
I'm not from here either.
I figured. All I know is that they don't like happiness. They don't like it. They never show up if people are having a good time. So that's why I saw you there. come and investigate Sandy. Saw you there, and I thought that if I could get to you, that if you could just be happy. But I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that either. Whatever this thing is, the darkness, the void, the hunger, do you know if there's anything we can do to get rid of them?
I think you're asking the wrong questions. Does the sardine ask if it can get rid of the fishermen? We're not even the prey, we're the chum. We are so far beneath these things. All we can do is stay away from their interest. Stay from their line of sight. But I don't know. Maybe Sin knows more. Sin's been here a long time.
Okay. Maybe Sin will have some answers for us then. All these questions only lead to more questions. And Tauli casts their gaze out over the moon, dappling over the tops of the waves, and they fall uncharacteristically quiet as they consider this tale.
Is that why you told Archie to go to the disco?
Yeah. I don't think these things like the disco.
Lack of taste. Disco's the best thing y'all came up with in a real long time.
I can't take credit.
All right, so we got some more information.
Latasha, who else were you able to recognize? I know you said that they were just passing locals, but anyone other than Sandy?
Yeah. A few. You know a kid named Jake Flores?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw him there a few nights back.
Oh.
He's just usually so chipper. I didn't notice a difference. Only a few nights ago? Are you sure this didn't happen when he was perhaps born?
Maybe it was a week.
Anyone else?
And yet, even
Yeah,
Tauli looks troubled
yeah.
by this news of Jake.
And I think that, Latasha will give you a few more names.
Okay.
They will, some of them you will know.
Yes.
Judy Spina, who is one of the bartenders at Rosie's. There is, I think that would probably be the one you were closest to, because that's like one of your fellow bartenders.
For sure.
So it'd be Judy and Jake are the two names that you like are familiar with. Other people you like have seen around town. There's a handful.
That's not good. That means there's more of them than there are of us?
I don't want to think like that.
Yeah, I guess logic doesn't lead to good thoughts, I'm realizing.
Yeah, and gotta keep those thoughts happy, right?
Yeah, we'll stay away from those. Yep. Well,
But sadness is also what makes the happiness feel real. So if we aren't letting ourselves be sad, then is our happiness even true? But if we let ourselves feel sad, then the void might get us.
well, I think there's a difference between feeling sad and being washed over in it. It seems like this, whatever this void thing is, it almost distracts you. It doesn't feel like you can see anything else or let anything else in. So.
Oh, I know that Sandy's been known for being rather lachrymose. I don't know much about Well, Jake has always been kind of chipper, haven't they? Why would Jake want to go to some place like that unless... Oh dear. Unless maybe he isn't as chipper as he comes off?
Some people are like that. Some of the happiest people are the ones that are the most upset.
Damn it! I don't want to think of Jake Flores as a fully realized person, but fine! Fine. Fine.
Tally, have you heard of the phrase rose-colored glasses?
Those sound like some nice glasses to have.
It could be. A lot of people say that phrase when you wax poetic about every situation, including the dire ones, and you only choose to live in ignorance and naivety. It can seem positive at first, but at some point it gets dangerous to the people around you and to yourself once you start ignoring the bad things about the bad qualities of life. The same way that could be bad, it seems like whatever is happening with this void thing, it's the inverse. It's just bathing in possibly... Sadness seems too shallow of a word, doesn't it?
It's not even despair, because despair feels active. I don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Archie was right, there really are no words. And I was in there twice. I don't recommend it.
Yeah.
I'm still trying not to think about it. It's pretty bad.
And with that, your little ship arrives at the shore. There's not even really a proper dock here. It's sort of just an area near where there's like a sort of sandy beach where Latasha is able to steer the ship right on and then tie it up around some posts that have been set up. They're covered in barnacles and do not look maintained. This is not a place that welcomes visitors. And then you are on the sandy beach, and you can see Roseville Beach from where you are, offshore. You can see the lights of the disco spinning and reflecting off of the water. You can hear the music carrying over the waves towards you, and you can see it, and it is very far from where you are as you approach the door of the lighthouse.
Okay. Latasha, where does Sin live in the lighthouse? At the very top?
Sin lives wherever she wants. I just wanted to warn you, though. She's a bit odd. Just roll with it, okay?
Okay.
Just be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, and Latasha knocks at the door.
Tully had raised their hands to their mouth and taken in a deep breath like they were going to shout Cynthia's name. But as soon as Latasha knocks, they like slowly lower their hands and go, oh, yes, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, yep.
Okay. And right away, the door opens. And you kind of have this moment, right? Latasha's at least 6 feet tall. Like, up here, like everything's gone up here. And then there's just this like pan downwards as you see a short blonde woman with a fluffy curly ponytail high on her head. She's maybe 5 feet if she's standing up straight, and she is. And she is a bright smile, and she goes, well, hey there, gorgeous. Why don't you come on in? Which one of us?
I like look between all of us.
I step forward. I walk forward between everybody's feet, and I say, well, I don't mind if I do. Thank you so much. You have a lovely home, as I strut into the lighthouse.
I just put on the kettle. I got a nice fresh pot of tea. Just almost ready to go.
That's some real hospitality.
Of course.
You were expecting us?
Yeah, it's about that time, isn't it?
Oh, how did you know we were coming? Did you see the boat on the water?
Something like that, yeah. I saw the wake.
The wake?
You know, the place where the boats been, the trail it leaves. The things that go before and behind.
But
How
the
do you like
link
your
is
tea?
usually after.
Mm-hmm.
Green.
We're gonna be cool. I put my hand on Tali's back and just like push us inside. We're gonna be very cool about this.
And when you get inside, you see that there has been a table set for you. And there are 5 seats, each with a steaming cup of tea. And 1 cup of coffee that is for Latasha. And all of you find your beverage prepared exactly how you like it.
Incredible. I'm gonna be nosy. I'm gonna start poking around. What kind of stuff is in here? What kind of person is this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm,
I'm gonna say this is a pretty basic. This is gonna be a roll, but it's gonna be a pretty easy roll. I think you are gonna roll on 3 tables.
Okay.
You're a sleuth. Do you have a relevant skill or background or anything?
Bird.
Sorry. Ooh, I do. I can take a skill. I can take a skill. I'm gonna take the skill spying.
You were a spy? Okay, yeah, that's relevant.
No, like it's one of my raven skills. I can choose.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I don't think you have help.
Nope.
No.
You're not protecting
I do everything
anybody.
myself. Okay, so
that's only 2 dice. And I'm gonna have you on 2 tables then. I'm not gonna give you the additional clues table, sorry. The tables are goal and scared.
Goal and scared. Okay, one second.
Wow. What do you mean scared?
What do you mean scared? What do you mean?
Ooh, yeah. No, yeah, because I've never met this person before, and I don't feel confident saying that. Yeah, no, I don't. I've never. Okay. We're gonna go with these. I feel like.
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
No.
So I have goal and I have scared.
Mm-hmm.
What do you get?
I got a 6 and I got a 1.
Can you take another scared before you have to be out?
Oh shit, that's true, huh?
They are rough. You have at least 1 scare right now. If you take a scare, then you'll be at 2 scare, 2 injury. That is rough. You only heal 1 per.
Okay, but Anne, have you ever considered that I'm a huge chismosa, that I want to know all the things?
You know what? Live your life.
Live my life. You're so right. Isn't there? No. I was like, are there devil's bargains? Are they?
Well, actually, there is a devil's bargain. You can also roll on the troubles table
I can roll on the troubles table.
for another die.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it, we ball.
Mm-hmm.
You got this.
I'm like trying to read my dice right now. I'm trying to figure out where the energy is.
I trust. I'm trusting.
No, the thing is, Anne, is that you're laughing, but I
This is
did.
a true thing.
I was half right. I had a 50% success rate with my energy readings. Okay, we're gonna roll this one.
Wait, 50% success.
What, 6 and a 1?
Got a 6 and a 1, and I got a 5. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, so you assign those how you want.
Word.
Yeah. Oh, Lord above. Okay. So I'm going to put my 5 at scared. I'm going to put my 6. Oh, wait. No. Wait. Let me reread things. Do. Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do a 6 in goal. We're going to do a 5 in scare. We're going to do a 1 in trouble.
No.
Great. So a 1
Wolf
in
speed.
trouble.
Climbing up the side of the lighthouse.
Of the light.
With the pickaxes in the side of the lighthouse. This kid is so dumb.
Lara Crofting it.
I'm playing my character type. I don't know what y'all want.
You're great.
No, you're doing perfect.
So, a 1 on the troubles table says an ally, trouble, comfort, or Roseville Beach resident is either in immediate trouble or is else doing something that puts others in trouble.
Yep.
Great, that's fine.
That's so nice.
But guys, now but now I'm not gonna get scared anymore. And
now you're not gonna be scared. So you start rummaging through the cupboards. So this is essentially like it's a strange room. It is a kitchen mostly, but it's like hot plates and an industrial sink. It is not like a homey kitchen, but you can see that Cynthia has tried to kind of make it a homey kitchen. She set out a tablecloth, and there is like a full set of cookware despite only having a hot plate that is hanging on the wall and pots and pans. And you notice a few strange things, though. A little weird. Some of those hot plates, some of those pans that you see are made of thick cast iron. And others seem to have, like, they're Teflon. And then you see an old compass antique, beautiful in immaculate condition. And you see what looks like a small rectangular piece of black glass in a strange sort of with rounded edges.
A strange rectangle of black glass in a container with rounded edges. Is it sitting upright or is it sitting flat?
It's lying flat in a cupboard.
In a cupboard.
Yeah, and in fact, you open the cupboards and you just see this strange mishmash of things that are old and new and things you don't recognize. And then you kind of have a moment. How much does Dima know about plants?
Ooh, I mean, I think I know about medicinal plants and poisons. Or plants that have, like, maybe spiritual... Or what, like, people here would consider to be spiritual ties.
All right. So you see that there is a bouquet of crocus flowers, which is, you know of because of their toxicity. Strange thing about crocus flowers, they bloom in early spring, and it's late summer. And these flowers are fresh.
Okay. Can I tap the rectangle glass? Can I, like, tap it? Yeah?
It lights up.
Nothing happened. That's what I thought. Thank you. Okay. I am... Okay. I'm gonna keep walking around. I'm gonna cry out to Sin. Just, real nice place you got here. Got all sorts of odds and ends, huh? You travel a lot?
I do not. I do my best to keep it homey here, though. It's important to make a house a home, you know?
No. I get it.
Now, are you done rifling through my possessions?
No.
Were we just sitting while Diva was like opening drawers?
I assume that you were making small talk, but like it is.
Yes. We were being actual good people.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna take something shiny from her antique drawer. I can't hide it. I don't have pockets. I just fly back over with it.
All right, why don't you have a seat? You could have just told me if the tea was not to your liking.
No, you have wonderful tea. I just, you got a lot of nice things. It'd be a shame if something happened to them. And I start drinking my tea.
All right.
Dima, I thought we weren't supposed to go to other people's houses and take their things. Or were we supposed to?
No.
You're not supposed to do that because you have a human form.
You're not supposed to do that because you don't have pockets.
Well, that means I can't steal anything. People always know when I have things, which means I can't steal them, which means I have to leave them behind, so I don't take things from people.
Dima, what about that one time you stole that lady's ring and you ate it, and then you fished it out of your,
That was
dark
I was
day.
an agent of karma.
That was a very dark day.
That wasn't me. That was God acting through me.
The God hand.
I think I just go back to sipping my tea. I'm a little bird. You can't get mad at me for things, legally speaking. Just keep drinking my tea.
I wasn't aware of that. My deepest apologies. I don't want to get in trouble with the law.
What law? I just look at Tima. We're just teaching Tao Li things that don't exist. And I'm just like, no, there's
The law
no
doesn't
law.
exist?
No.
Well, I mean,
not like that.
No, the law is actually just a. Never mind. We'll talk about that at a different time.
We're gonna have to have a debrief.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Okay. I love our debriefs. Usually, Ocean gets so frustrated they start crying a little.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Oh, I don't think it's funny. I think it's quite sad. I sometimes stand outside your door and wonder if I should come in and comfort you at night when we're done with our debriefs. But then I always lose my courage and go back to sleeping alone.
I'm gonna Dima like side eye Sin like
Cynthia, Latasha, they're like.
You have a beautiful home.
Yes, your house is so pretty.
Well, I don't get visitors much, but it's lovely to have you. Now, I do suspect, though, that you did just not come around for tea. Is there anything I can do you for?
You heard of the Void before, Sin? You're
Just any
The-
void?
the one. No, the one that specifically, possibly tethers itself to dread. And treats people like hosts almost.
Well, that's fascinating. Hosts. I'm a host for you, aren't I?
Yes, but the fun and good kind. I think this kind of void, there's more than one, that's concerning, but this kind of void that we've run into, it seeks to, I suppose, empty us out, suck all the sadness out of our souls like one might meat out of a crab leg, and then puppet the empty husk around so it can take corporeal form in this dimension.
They are always doing that, always doing that thing where they try to wear the human faces. I don't know. I think it's like fun for them. I don't really know to understand these things. But, well, sounds like you have met some things from other places. And those things have taken a liking to you, or at least parts of you. Something inside you that draws
I wish
them.
it would not. I've heard Latasha has told us that the thing that draws it to us is sadness, but not just a regular sadness, like a passing sadness. Like if I learn that they're out of vanilla ice cream and I have to settle for chocolate, like a deep sadness.
Yeah. You feel sad a lot, Towley?
No. They lie.
Okay. Sin just gives you specifically the bless your heart face,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she goes, things are funny that way, they just, the way that the sadness comes in, that it anchors the joy, and so sometimes a thing likes to carve out the part of the meal it likes, but when you eat a fish, what are you gonna do with the bones? Can't eat those. Oh, well, you know what? That resourceful.
But it's a little different from me.
Yeah. But for these things, well, they make use of the whole creature, Really like to get their value. But it seems they're a little early.
What do you mean, early?
Well, these things have a way of going in circles. They come round on their own time, but they seem a bit early. I wonder if someone called them. Somebody laid out a platter, a buffet.
Called them? Why would anyone want to do that?
Maybe they were sad. In any case, these things cannot resist a dinner bell. But don't you worry, I keep this place nice and warded. There are no creatures here. I kept the whole island safe with my lighthouse.
So how come they're able to get past them?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
How come the voids are able to get past your wards?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I was about to just make a pot of tea. Would you like some?
Yes.
Towley pauses and says, very suspiciously, yes, I would like a pot of tea, 2 pots of tea, and I like them simmered very low with someone watching constantly with both eyes.
Oh, well, that's very peculiar of you.
Yes, I'm a peculiar person.
All right,
Please?
I'll go put the kettle on.
I'll know if you're not looking at them.
You won't. And Latasha just like elbows you. She's like, I said to be cool.
I'm cool.
So, is she like in her own time loop, or is she out of her own time loop?
Yeah.
Time loop?
Loop's a little linear for how Sin experiences things.
I see.
Is Sin in the room with us, or have they gone to put on the tea?
They've gone to the other side of the room.
Okay.
And they're lighting the stove again, like striking matches to light the stove. But
I leaned into Dima. Did you find anything weird or suspicious when you were snooping around?
She's got a magic mirror. I ain't seen a magic mirror in ages.
A magic mirror? Latasha? Is something wrong with Sin? Did Sin ring the dinner bell?
No.
Sin protects this place, but Sin doesn't protect this place now, necessarily. Did you find anything else? Did you learn anything else about these creatures? Dima, I just want to remind you about the coin you found.
Oh yeah, the coin I found. I have it written down here. I have a silver coin. It's a symbol of Our Lady of Sorrows. So I think I go ahead and even though I just said I don't have pockets, I pull it out of the ether.
Oh, my ether pocket.
My ether,
Yeah.
right? Well, that's not where I put my good that's where I keep the classy things, like coins that I take from dead ladies.
Dead ladies.
What? What is that?
There's
what is
a lot
that,
happening
Dima?
tonight, I'm realizing.
So this is a coin that I found on Dolores. And,
On Dolores?
Yeah. Well, it's no, I found it in the tide pools. I just kind of assumed it was Dolores's because her name is so sad. But I guess maybe this isn't her. Maybe it's a different person's coin.
What do you mean her name is so sad?
Dolores. In Spanish, dolor is pain.
Oh. Do you think Dolores called these things here? Because she was so sad?
a troubled kid. She was a troubled kid. That's a possibility.
Well, regardless of who called them here, that doesn't change the fact that they're here.
No, it doesn't. Now we gotta deal with them.
And Sin kind of appears right next to you and goes, lovely little trinket you got there. Where'd you find that?
Tide pool, you ever seen it before?
I have, yes, I have. That one fell into the deep ocean. Lost in the pocket of a drowned girl. Cute thing. Same she died. Hope she's doing better.
Me too. I never met her, but I hope she's doing better wherever she is.
In the
Did
ocean.
you hear about her falling and drowning, or did you see it?
Oh, I don't leave the lighthouse. But my house
Okay.
saw it, so I saw it.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Do you see whatever the light touches?
I see what the house sees.
Okay.
When was the last time that the house saw the void come? Because you said they come in cycles. When was the last cycle?
Oh, gosh. Well, it wasn't this morning. Might have been, yeah, 100, I don't know. I think, I'm pretty sure it was tomorrow.
Right. And right now, we're off cycle. The voids shouldn't be... You shouldn't see the void so soon.
Unless you do. That's the funny way of things.
Unless you do. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Have they ever come soon before? Or yet?
Not that I recall, but... You know, maybe they did before I came.
Who was here before you?
Oh,
or
no
after
one.
You?
I mean, I've been here as long as here's been. And a little bit before that, but also not quite yet sometimes.
I see.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
All right, I'll go start the kettle.
Here? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking a lot of tea.
Goes right through you. Okay, so
Now, to cast or summon something, you have to have some sort of agency to a tree can't summon something because it doesn't have the life, but if the tree came to life, it could then cast a spell or cast or summon something. If she's truly dead and drowned, then there's no way.
Maybe she did it before she drowned. Maybe she did it while she was drowning.
I think maybe drowning had something to do with it getting pulled here. You know, maybe it was a sacrifice sort of a situation.
Yeah. And these people are gathering on the beach, and they're groups of people on the beach. They're gathering, and they're... Do you think that they were gathering under this idea? Celebrating pain?
I don't think they were celebrating the pain.
Maybe they were trying to
get rid of it.
Yeah.
Yes. It took sadness from me. The memory of the tree. Remember, I told the two of you about the beautiful peach tree that I wanted to taste the fruit of?
Yeah.
I think I used to really feel... I don't know. When I think of that memory now, I just don't feel anything about it. But I know it must have made me who I am, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I think the void took it from me.
So the void has taken away sadness and memories associated with sadness, because that's what the void feasts on. And
I still have the memory of the tree. It's just like it's drained of all color.
Right. And people are thinking that they can do that and keep living their lives the way that you are, right? Because you're still Tao Li. We love you. You're walking around. You're you. But you don't have that memory anymore, and you don't have the feelings associated with that memory. So maybe what these people are thinking they can do is do that. But, you know, that's too early of a reference. That's too early of a reference. But you give an inch, you take a mile sort of a situation. So what they think they're giving up a little bit of, this void is actually taking a lot of. Taking everything.
But also maybe that's what they want. That might also be what they want, because they're very happy.
But they're not actually them. They're husks.
Yes, they're husks.
That's what I'm saying. They're thinking that they're going to give away just a little bit, but in reality...
They get crab meated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sin sets down another pot of coffee, a pot of tea in the middle of the table, like loud, and it clatters. And she kind of looks over at the coin again. She goes, well, that's a lovely trinket you got there. Where'd you get that?
Dead girl fell into the ocean, drowned. She had it in her pockets.
Yeah, she did. Sweet thing.
You know her?
Oh, yeah, she's upstairs.
Huh?
What?
She loved this place.
Can you take me to her?
Oh,
you know what? Actually, no. I'm going upstairs. I've already dug around this woman's home. I don't give a shit. I go upstairs.
Dang.
Damn, ruthless.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna just fly off?
Yeah.
The door's
Dima!
open.
Dima.
Dima,
Mm-hmm.
you fly up the spiral staircase. It's a quick flight for a bird. A human might huff and puff, but no need.
No.
It's a vertical ascent. And you get to the area and you're able to use your talons to pry open the door that opens into the light of the lighthouse.
Okay.
A huge light bulb is there. And you see the mechanism around it rotating, angling it as it goes. You remember the strange amber sheen that you saw from that light from outside.
Yeah.
You know why now. The light bulb is coated in blood.
I knew we couldn't trust this bitch! I fucking knew it!
No.
I knew we couldn't trust this bitch!
But she's so hot. Stop. Sit me. Both of them. Sid and Latasha.
Oh god.
No.
So it's
And it's
covered in
Latasha's
blood.
boat. Oh no.
Is that Dolores's blood? Is that what she meant when she's upstairs?
And with that, the door closes behind you. Let's bring us back to that little space inside the lighthouse room. It is a room of windows that you are in. And the outside of the windows, you can see that there is a little, almost like a patio railing area that surrounds you. But you are inside the part that is in glass. And there is this revolving light bulb that is turning slowly, a churning sound. And you can see painted down its glass front is what is certainly blood. The viscosity speaks to something primal in you that you know exactly what this is. But one thing you notice is that you don't smell the blood. You smell the warmth of the bulb, the slight ozone tinge that it brings to the air, but not the blood. The coppery scent that you might expect is not present.
Okay. You said the door closed behind me?
Yes.
Okay,
So I believe it's probably like a latch in the floor.
Okay, it's a latch.
And if someone's like, that's not how lighthouses work, this is my world. And they do now.
You know what? This house can see. So
Yeah, you know what? That's not the weirdest thing to happen in this house, okay?
There's blood on the light bulb.
There's blood on the light bulb.
that's not even the weirdest thing. I found a magic mirror. I'm going to do a stereotypical little horror movie moment. I'm gonna look behind me because I'm sure it was loud.
The island is there behind you. You can see the light of the disco.
Okay. I'm going to take my little hoppy bird steps over to the blood and investigate.
You investigate, and when you're up close to the light, it's almost blinding. As it moves, you have to follow it, and you try to catch it at an angle to see it better without it scorching out your retinas. And you realize the blood is on the inside.
Oh, God. Okay.
And as you look away, the dots in your vision clear from the light, and you hear behind you, "Hi, Dima. So, what are you doing up here all by yourself?"
Exploring your beautiful home. Got a nice place. Be a shame if some things happen to it.
You
As I
keep
look at all of the
saying
blood.
that. Yeah. No, I find it
did
cozy
happen
up
to you?
here.
what did happen to your stuff, to your light?
To my light here. Well, I told you I don't get much company. And so, sometimes I keep them. And then we are going to cut back down to the kitchen, where Sin is standing at the table.
What?
Oh, God. Okay.
Over Ocean, Towley, and Latasha. And says...
Dima. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
She's just gonna say, can I get you a pot of tea?
Oh, yes, if you could. Yes, please get us a pot of tea.
Will do.
Ocean? Latasha? I think I heard the door close upstairs when Dino went to fly up there to find Dolores.
Yeah. Are we gonna go check it out?
Latasha, you seem to know Sin a lot more than, well, anyone else I've ever met. Are they okay? I mean, I know they protect this place, and I'm very grateful for that. I had no idea, but something seems off.
How do they protect this place?
That's not something I get to understand. It's a magic older than I can fathom. That's like asking me to explain where the ocean's from. They protect this place.
Do you trust them?
With my life.
Okay, then I trust them too. I'm gonna go check on Dima, though.
Yes.
I worry they might be messing with the light or something. Or if they did find Dolores, I would like to say hello.
Yeah. Latasha, is Sin gonna think it's rude if I also go, or should I stick around?
There is an equal chance that Sin will not notice.
Alright. Enjoy your coffee, I guess. We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
If you hear the door slam again and you don't hear us coming down, please come for us. Please come after us.
Harpoon guns loaded. I got your back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Latasha. And tell Sin while we're up there that the tea is lovely.
Will do.
I hustle my ass up the stairs.
Yep.
I hoof it.
Same. Bounding.
There were one of those. Okay.
They gonna run when it gets hard. Easy. Too quick. No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So we are going to cut back to Sin and Dima. And Sin is going to look at you, then look at the light, and say, do you ever wish you could just have some pleasant company? You know, someone to help you with a hard day's work. You have a job?
No.
Smart
Not
bird.
anymore.
Not anymore, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost it?
Yeah.
Lose anything else?
Maybe.
I got a job opening. If you ever feel like protecting a lighthouse.
That's usually not the kind of work that I do.
Fair enough. I mean, suppose Eve's doing a good enough job already. And then you kind of get to the kind of Towley and Ocean on the other side of the door.
Mm-hmm.
I try the handle immediately. Is it locked?
Yes.
I start banging on the door. Dima? Dima, are you okay?
Your friends. Miss you?
Yeah. I think they'd miss me if I went missing, too. They'd definitely notice.
You're not going missing. You're staying right here. That's quite the opposite, isn't it? everything goes missing eventually, but you won't. You can just stay here with me. Sounds nice.
Well, you've already got Dolores, and Latasha
Dolores?
seems really interested in you.
Oh no, honey, I don't have Dolores. Dolores.
Dima, open up the door.
No, this isn't funny.
I'm gonna use my telepathic link to talk to Ocean. And I'm gonna say through our connection, I'm trying to figure out where Dolores is and what this thing has done. There's blood all over the light. I am trying to find a solution. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. Think. And then I'm going to get back to this conversation and say, so this is not Dolores, as I point up at the bloody light bulb.
Oh, honey, no.
Who is it?
Eve.
Eve. Was Eve Dolores' partner? Sorry, above table.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was Eve, okay.
Poor girl, lost at sea, drowned out there.
I start kicking out the door.
Oh, I'll stop banging at the door. Fuck. Back up, Tally. Back up.
Okay.
We go down the ladder a little bit, and I'll look up, and I very quickly will chirp my power word, open.
Right, okay. Yeah, that is an aggressively relevant power word. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Sorcery skill, witch familiar. Mm-hmm. I think you are scared. You have 1 fear, right?
Yes.
Okay. You have a relevant word of power. You are in a place of power again.
Nice.
And okay, 4 dice.
Okay.
3 tables.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Goal, scared, magic.
Okay. Okay, we got this. Okay. So. Alright, this works well. I've got a 6, a 5, a 3, and a 2. So I will put my 6 in goal, my 5 in magic, and oh no. 6, 5, 3. Oh, how I wish it was a 4. I'll put my 3 in scared. Oof. Oh no.
Can I just say
wait, if I take 1 more scared, I'm down.
Are you assisting me? It says anyone assisting.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You're not.
Okay.
I am perfectly fine taking the scare. And I looked at it, and it looks like I only have 1. So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the best.
Okay.
Terrifying thoughts.
Okay. I love this game. I'm sorry, this is really exciting.
Great.
I love the suspense that I get seeing how you're gonna assign your dice. It's so much fun for me. I'm like, it's like every roll is a devil's bargain a little bit, you know what I mean?
I love it. I love it.
Okay. All right. So, what does it look like when you say your power word and the door does open? So tell me what that part looks like.
I think that that chirp cascades forward, and it doesn't cascade, it echoes, it reverberates, and the echoing of this lighthouse, this old wood, and the possible metal that coats the decorations as we went up the stairs, it's all kind of resonating at the same time. So what starts out as a tiny little chirp echoes as I just continue saying open, and you can hear my voice, and I think it's just one of those explosions upwards, the latch door blasts upwards, just explodes, and I think the sound just continues rolling forward. But I think that it's kind of like you can literally see the air moving the way you can see like a hot car, kind of the heat rising from a hot car. Just the air is just going to stay wavy. And as Towley and I kind of, if we start moving into that space, it's a little bit hard to hear. Like, just very, very hard to hear.
Okay. You emerge into the space and you see this whole scene. You see Dima in front of the revolving light. It's blood coating it. You see Sin, where you had just left her below, standing over Dima, looking at her almost coaxingly, but you can tell immediately Dima have none of that shit. And these almost heat waves, like the air has been saturated, like the humidity almost is visible, the way that the air has been saturated by the magic that you charged it with. This is a place of power, and when you cast in it, something about it distorts, because it is a place of power, but it is not a stable place. It is a revolving place. And so, the next time the light turns, it looks at you. The light looks at you and it takes your vision, and you hear a voice. You hear the sound of a small fishing vessel crashing over the waves, and the quiet chatter of two excited women. And you hear then a panicked wail, a crash, and you hear a scream. And the scream seems to resonate. It seems to move on the waves, as though the sine waves of the acoustics themselves are reaching towards you. And you feel such sadness. A sadness that is something, well, has Ocean ever felt grief?
Very deeply. Yeah. Very deeply, and on a level that she has pushed to ignore since arriving on the island.
You feel this echo of a memory being pressed on you by this light, like it's trying to tell you something, like it's trying to reach to you, but instead there's just this sadness, a familiar shape, like a melody that's always playing in the back of your head brought to the surface, and it finds those familiar grooves in your mind, and it feels sinking within you. And that's when the windows begin to rattle around you. And Towley and Dima, you can look out and see that you are now shrouded in a darkness encompassing the lighthouse on all sides. And at first, it seems to just take the light from the bulb as though it's a solid black mass. And then you realize it's not that at all. It moves. Many overlapping creatures that have completely surrounded you in this small glass enclosure. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
God damn it. And stop
You
doing
called
that!
it. You called the void here.
I'm
You
sorry.
called the void here.
Dima.
You rang the dinner bell.
Dima.
I'm just a little bird. You can't get mad at me.